Hello, hello, hello. Man, if you guys can hear me. Sorry. I was late start. I'm like, oh, Nero won that one. So Nero got his 3. All right. Sorry. I was refilling coffee. So I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be late, but I'm refilling coffee. They'll understand. So it's kind of where I was at. One sec. Sean getting his tickets. All right. Debbie is in. Sorry, I'm trying to get the other menu set up real quick. All right. I think that is good. That is good there. All right. Stack. Almost ready. Almost ready. All right. There we go. Man, it's just one of those mornings trying to get everything set up. All right. So June 1st. I cannot believe it's June 1st already. It's unbelievable that it's already June 1st. I thought I was done. Sorry, I'm trying to. I'm multitasking here. Trying to get the girl ready too. All right. Sorry, I was trying to drop her off beforehand, but I couldn't do it. Anyway, so 10 o'clock today is going to be the big time. Again, obviously with dollar CAD moving already, raising their interest rate to 0.5. ISM manufacturing, PMI, and JOLTS, I think, are going to be dissected today. I love this. Here they go. This just came out. OPEC Plus meeting did not discuss exempting Russian oil from supply deal. 2 sources. And again, Russia's in there. They're not going to remove themselves from it. Revised stock levels down. No discussions on what policy will look like, and no talks respecting. Yeah, so I'm not surprised by this data whatsoever with OPEC. Because here's the thing. So Russia is part of the OPEC Plus group, the Joint Commission or whatever. Here's what happens. OPEC Plus decides to exclude Russia from supply, right? Russia then, if Russia is no longer considered part of that kind of compact, Russia can sell oil for any price that they want. What that does is, yeah, it jacks the price up for OPEC. It makes Russia more of a, I don't know, more of a beneficial. It gives them a competitive advantage. If China could get all of its, oil from Russia at a quarter of the price, right? Or say 75% of what the overall price is, they're going to do it. India's going to do it. Other countries are going to do it. It's hard to be able to, justify spending 1.5 times more, right, for something. I mean, again, remember, year ago we were talking about $60 oil. It's up at 112 or 120 right now. It bounced off 120. Even if Putin could only get $60 or $70 for it, it's still amazing. At some point, right? Everybody has these ideals until you can pay, double for something, and then it's kind of like, yeah, we're not going to fund him. Yeah. Okay. Uh, I'll tell you right now, there'll be a lot of votes. A lot of people will be like, listen, Russia's not a threat to us. China's the threat to us, and we're helping, China. Why are we paying double for gas? So this is another thing that we just came across headlines as well too. I think this is interesting. This is trying to play both sides of the fence, starting a bilateral trade talk days after Taiwan was excluded from a U.S.-led Indo-Pacific Economic Framework. This is an interesting way to put it, and I don't know why they did it this way, right? Trade talks will not include tariff reductions or enhanced market access. Any agreement will not require congressional approval. So it's kind of like, how do we throw somebody a bone, right? I kind of feel what this is. Like, yeah, you were excluded, right? You're excluded from yesterday's meetings. No big deal. Let's do a special conference just for you, right? Special conference just for you. And anything we do, though, does not need congressional approval. We're not going to give you any special contacts or contracts. We're not going to reduce tariffs. None of those things. So it's kind of a weird statement. Not 100% sure. I don't know. It's the wording of it is strange. So like I said, I feel like it's just the bone for them. The other surprising news. You guys are all going to be shocked on this one. The Kremlin says that work on a peace document with Ukraine stopped a long time ago and hasn't restarted. So is no, I'm sure that nobody is surprised at this one. Um, says the people in Donbass are going to, and they must decide their own future. We don't doubt that they'll make the best decision. So, yeah, look at that. The Kremlin says they're not working on a peace deal anymore after the last changing of the peace deal. So I don't think anybody's surprised here. And again, the markets are not really don't necessarily care about it as much. So right now, currency front last 24 hours rather flat. Right, seeing a little dollar strength kick in here, little kick in here, little kick in here. Obviously, a little bit kicking in the last 60 minutes. But again, it is down overall. Again, the market has kind of baked that one in. Aussie dollar up a little bit. Again, gold rallying this morning, which is kind of a strange thing. There was no headlines for that gold rally. So not exactly sure what's going there. Maybe Neuro purchased more. I don't know. Maybe he made some contracts. I don't know. Yeah, kind of funky. I think this is an interesting one to talk about as well, just to understand. We've talked about this in the past too, about kind of where things are going. U.S. national debt, and this is I meant to send this to Todd earlier because he's like, "Nah, the U.S. will never be removed. China won't be able to take it." And this is why China will take it. And this is why we're in so much trouble with. Again, I'm not going to say pointed, but yes, at the same time they are pointed. My comments about my disapproval about the way that Biden and the Fed is currently handling things and the way the weaponizing the dollar. This is the exact reason why. Look at the debt from just last year, right? 17.4 trillion in February 2020, and now in April we're up to 23.8, right? A $6 trillion increase. The federal government's debt to GDP ratio. This is extremely important. Extremely important. Okay. The debt to GDP ratio has risen from 79%, which for any other country in the world would have them at basically junk bond status, at the end of 2019 to today, 97.9% debt to GDP ratio. Okay. If, and it's not really if, it's when the dollar gets removed, okay, this is going to come back and bite us so hard. Okay. Our ratings everywhere is going to just completely just drop. So this percentage at 79% is absolutely insane compared to every other country in the world. But it's because being the reserve currency, it gave us the ability to carry a bit higher. Now we're 20% higher than that, almost 20% higher than that, almost 100% debt to GDP ratio. Again, if you try to get a loan, right? If this is what your, debt to income ratio look like, that, basically debt to income, try to get a credit card and see what happens to you. Try to get a mortgage and see what happens to you. This is going to come back and bite us in the future, hard, right? And this is what happens by running a very low interest rates. The Feds have cut it. The 10-year Treasury bottom. I mean, this is very, very bad. And again, by doing anything that gives the world the power to remove the dollar, which we've given them more than enough, this is bad. I didn't realize that it was up to 97.9, but this is an insane figure right here. Insane figure, 97.9. Again, could that be why gold's moving? It could be. It could be. It could be adding to it because that came out about an hour ago when the move started to happen. So, yeah, fun stuff. But anyway, that'll be the big news this morning. We'll get in about 20 minutes. Again, a confirmed CAD rate change, and then I really am curious to see if the JOLTS number went down. If it stayed at 155, the market's basically like, your interest rates mean nothing to us. And then we got a lot more problems ready to come. And then ISM manufacturing, we'll see. Ooh, it's hot coffee. I'm curious to see, like, if we drop down to a 53 and change, what does that do? Or even a 52 and change, what would that look like? There's a lot in there that could do. I don't know if we can break the 52, but I'm saying 53 and 53.5. I think that's probably enough to be a market mover. Probably enough. Probably enough to be a market mover. Be an interesting reaction, to say the least. 1.5. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out. I was looking at another source that I have too. The Jolt. See, this is one of those ones we get a ping pong effect. If Jolts is down here and this comes in at 52, then again, major movement. Even I'm trying to. I almost feel like even Jolts down at this number, I feel like that's a little bit of. I don't know. I feel like that gives us a little bit of movement, but again, I just feel that it's coming in a bit higher on that one. So ah, this is going to be an interesting play. We'll see what it does, where the markets are moving right beforehand. But I think these are going to lead us down. Again, we could have some interesting traps as well as breakouts for both of these numbers today. And then with Bullard speaking at one, I mean it's like kind of we have all kinds of cool headlines here today. So we'll see. Let's go over into the markets and let's start off with VIX. Again, VIX is kind of leveling out. Not that this is a supply and demand traded tool, but again, it is an area right down here around 2550 where we have seen pops in the past. Wouldn't necessarily be surprised if that's how it turned out. Let's see. Not concerned about that. Aussie dollar. Let's start off over there. So Aussie dollar. Yesterday we talked about 72.14. We just popped up to it now, and again, kind of at that session roll. It's an interesting level. I think it's probably a decent reversal. Where we're at right now, again, we need it went just slightly above, and again, that was probably more or less the open that was doing that one. Not really concerned about any of the fibs on that one, really. I guess the 50's still pulling in. That would be for later. But I'd say right now, again, unfortunately, it's poised very, very high, right? If we had to draw kind of a basing on it, I would say that there's our base. Again, is it a little bit early to get into a news short? Not bad, right? 1 to 3 is right there. So yeah, the 1 to 3 target is exactly where it should be. Kind of like a trade for now type thing. Again, what this is Aussie strength. Again, dollar, gold strength coming in, and this is dollar weakness. Both these numbers for the Jolt, again, if Jolt disappoints and comes in higher than expected, that is even more reason why the interest rate change needs to happen sooner rather than later. And again, maybe at an accelerated rate that brings dollar strength back in. That also coincides with this. It's about a 30 pip runner. So again, 10 for 30. We love those. Those are kind of our favorite, kind of average setups. It's kind of set like that right now. Let me pull Nadex real quick, just to see if there's any some cheapy spreads or anything like that. Hold on, I'll start with knockouts. Let me see if we got anything close. No, no, no. There's a $16 risker in there, right? There's a $16 risk in there. Yeah, so there's one that's not horrible. You could get into. There's a knockout that's not bad. Let's take binaries. Unfortunately, I have to use that one. How much movement do we need? Unfortunately, it's already starting to move. There's a $14 risker, right? Yeah, there's a $14 risker out there. That's not bad for a binary for a shorter duration contract. It's not bad. Let's see what else we got. What else we got here? What does that require? That's not bad either. There's actually a 7 p.m.er with 9 hours left that is also pretty cheap. That only is. Let's see. How much is this one? Let's see. 7180. And that only requires 30 pips. There's a couple end of the day ones as well in there. It's actually past the end of the day. There's a 7 p.m. one. That's actually not bad either for about $14 worth of risk to the downside. So, there's a few things in there. Like I said, it is a reversal level. It has gone a little bit higher. It is kind of pushing itself in there. Of course, now it's moving on me. It's like no, don't do this. And it's up to 22. So there was a knockout that was for 15 when I saw it. Now it's at 22 already. Wah, wah, wah. Have to watch that one. Anyway, let's go to the Aussie yen. So Aussie yen, actually, we did have this was one of the alerts that popped up into the Trading View channel. It was a 50% retracement from way back when. It was an area that was pushed pretty deeply, though. Hold on. It was pushed pretty deeply in there off the original base, and we were aware of that we were looking for more, somewhat of an entry. It was really only hit number 3, so again, highest quality, not so much. Wasn't horrible though, and again, ended up triggering the trade. It triggered, it came down, and it made it all the way down to 2.2. And again, once we had the pullback over here, you should have got worst case scenario, you should have got stopped out at break even, but it was a 1 to 2.2 on this one before it turned and reversed. It actually reversed where it should have. Um, this is where, again, we typically would like to set profit. And it did go a little bit lower than that, right? But that's where we would have expected it to turn on. So it's one of those ones that had you been managing it correctly and you saw it, you'd look at your 1 to 3 and said, ooh, it's a little bit deep. Maybe I'll shorten it a little bit. That would have been a 1 to 2.04. So again, do we like 1 to 2s? Not our favorite, right? We like 1 to 3s. The 1 to 3, unfortunately, was a little bit deep. The 1 to 3 would have put us right there. And knowing that that's where the profit target should have been, again, the reality is you should stop. You should have taken the profit at 1 and 2 on this one. If you didn't, you would have taken your profit at this level here. So, again, profitable trade either way. Now we're seeing it kind of reverse back a little bit, and that thing is literally pulling just away, away, away. I have it up on the screen. I'm like, man, that one was cheap. Volatility's pushing him. So right now, this is what we're dealing with in the Aussie. So the Aussie yen, we got a couple of different areas here. There could be a case made and say, hey, listen, right around here, there is a little bit of there is a little bit of a level. There is a bit of a confirmation. Yeah, you're right. There is. If we extend this across, you can see that that's exactly what we bounced off of. So do I love it up there? Not so much. Do I think it is a decent short? Yeah, it's probably not bad. I like the Aussie dollar better, but again, the two of them, those are kind of following suit to the same level. All right. Hold on one sec. Can I delete the order? Hold on, I was trying to throw some orders in on another page over here. Sorry, I'm just trying to do too many things at once here. Yeah, it's up to 22. Man, that was like $8 cheaper. Womp womp womp. So we'll see how this one goes. Anyway, with that said, it is a reversal time. Do you want to kind of go against where the trend is? Let's see where the pullback was. I'm going to run fibs from here up. Let's see. Yeah, there's a little bit of a hiccup right there. That's what I was kind of looking to see profit target wise. Let's run this all the way from the bottom, just because that's where last big area of buyers in there. Yeah, you see that right there. Again, it's kind of where the old profit target was, right? Looking right there. So that'll be a level. So let's remove the alert. We can take the alert off to clear it now. Again, you guys can see the 1 to 2 was there, so we can remove that. Put this in there. All right. Man, I'm going to be so mad if I miss the entry on that one. I looked over, $16. Look back, look down real quick, look back up again, 22. It's like, hate that when you can get them cheap. All right, euro again, euro pound. So obviously pound rising up again. We've talked about this level before. Again, we had the completion, we pulled back down. So again, this level, the 84, still good there. So we'll remove that. We'll remove this. This area got chopped through 1, 2, 3. Actually, that one hit 4 before finally breaking. So we'll remove it. That's the old 23. Let's pull this down. Yeah, unfortunately, that one came all the way to the brink. I actually don't like this one for a short. Here's why. There's the base. There's the touchback again. It was kind of a Harry Potter based trade south. We'd already looked at that one in the past. Let's pull these two off. This area is still good. Came back to the same level of the 50. I wish this wasn't here. I wish this was solid. I would take this for another short. point, I think I'm waiting for this level up top. This, I think it was pushed too far. It is at the 50, but you can see that it is behind, but the zone was really not great. There's nothing really sitting in the 61.8, which leads me to believe that it's like, I mean, maybe, but there's no major driving factors. There gets to be a little bit more of a hiccup inside of this kind of area here. That is around the 78.6, but once it hits the 78.6, I'm not as concerned about it. For me, it's kind of like just you're almost there. Just go the full turn. So I would say right now for me for the euro pound, I'm looking more for shorts when price comes back all the way up to 85.78 or 85.80. There is some sellers in here, obviously, but it has gone through the 50 as well as it's kind of broken through, just barely. It's kind of touched the same top. It's a mirror top right now. Any additional push, I think this one has the ability to go. Um, I think that one has again, we got some more room to run. So again, these would be the two targets I'm looking for. Aggressive. What do we have here? Bank holiday, that's not going to help. PPI tomorrow. There we go. Watch those two for news tomorrow. 24.38. Yeah, those are both in the wheelhouse for tomorrow. If this rolls up to 61, I'll remove it right now. I don't feel like we need it. Yeah, so that's what we're looking at right now. Actually, we'll put this here as a potential pipette front runner. All right. Euro yen. All right, so euro yen. We were talking about a breakthrough here. Let's pull this all the way across. Looks like we hit and we pulled through. All right. 1, 2. Let's pull this. That one missed. I don't need this. Let's pull this. Let's pull this. We get turned right off that level. Oops. That. Yeah, I really can't adjust it that much. That's kind of where it needs to be, right there. Oh, it did hit. Okay. When I adjusted it correctly, it did hit. So I'm gonna actually remove this guy. Let's see where we have some fib traders coming in to help. Right around the same level. Let's pull this. Look at that. Came right back down. Base came down and touched it and took off. Look at that one. I didn't have that one marked off of my other charts. My bad. Let's see if I have another decent level anywhere in here. I do, kind of. Look at that. Look how the 50, right here. Look how the 50 is coming in close proximity to that one. If it breaks the 50, it is between the 50 and the 21.6. That was a decent pullback. We're going to change this to orange just so it stands out more. I'm going to remove that. Let's throw a price tag on that one. Right there. All right. So this I feel like is probably a trap. So it did go up. It grabbed that higher that level from way back, and it started the base and then pull back down again. It is the 23.6, so there will be people trying to scalp this one and get in on this one. I think it's pretty dangerous though, just because again, where can it go? Well, we already have confirmed sellers up top, so it really only has the ability to move. I mean, I guess it's about 50 pips, so it is something kind of smaller. Let's refine this down to there. What is the risk on that one? It's 16, so I mean, I guess it wasn't bad. It was a 23.6 extension. There'll be some people in this one. Obviously, it's a little bit too late for us to grab it, but there will be people looking to trade this one. 1 to 3 is right there. So, it's not horrible. It's what, 43 pips profit on this one if it comes all the way back up again. Um, Depending on your bid ask spread, you may or may not have gotten in that one. So it's close. And it's now it's at 32. Why is it doing me like this? Jeez. Come on, man. Um, so we'll see if it goes back up, but I think you absolutely have to respect this area here, 138.97. It's already hit it once, and again, rolled back again. That the last time the price was up there, there was its base, and there was its kind of explosion push down again. I did the box from the top of the green and then the bottom of the red candle, really where it kind of accelerated out again. There wasn't necessarily, I mean, you can go super, super conservative up in here, but the more you shrink it, really the kind of the takeoff point was right at the bottom of this red candle. And that's why, again, you would have gotten kind of the reversal roll entry from that. So, you know, ideal setup, no, but again, we're ponging back and forth. I don't think we'll have any problems getting the 1 to 3. It's a little bit late now. If you grab this one, great job. That was like an ultra fast scalp on it. Damn, this thing's up to already. It was at 15. Now it's at 36. Yeah. Wah, wah, wah. So we'll see. Oh, here you go. News is out. Let's see what it is. As soon as I took a jump, I was like, ah. All right. So manufacturing not slowing down. 1.4, so slightly lower, but again higher. So again, these are two numbers. So manufacturing, not really. This is still expanding, getting bigger. Meaning the job, again raising the interest rates, which means even more reason to raise it, which should bring some dollar strength back into the market. So we'll see how things pop around. Again, not surprised necessarily that one's moving already. That Aussie dollar trade, and there we go. Look at that. Mm-mm-mm. That one's trying. Look at that. There was that kind of push down again. So yeah, we'll see if this one continues again as the data gets dissected a bit more. But yeah, so it did. It rolled back in. The news technically today would have been more dollar strength based news more than anything else. So, and actually, let me mark this off real quick. Let's see. We're gonna do it here. What did I say? 72.37. 31. There. That was the knockout I was looking at. So, and up in here it was like it was fit when I talked about it originally it was 15. So obviously it's retracing back a bit now, but we'll see. All right. All right, so here's pound yen. So pound yen, we had a couple different areas, and you can see we had some basing right in this level, and it didn't really give us a true Harry Potter. You could look at this and be like, wait, is that a Harry Potter? Not really. I mean, it did come up at base in one candle and pulled back again. I'd have liked a little bit more clearance out of the zone. Not, you know, it's okay, but we typically like a little bit more space in that. So we didn't get the ideal space that we wanted. Um, it could have been much, much better than that. I would say where this one is kind of reversing, we did have a zone marked off over here. And if we kind of got a cleaner entry into it, whoops, it's right, really kind of right in there. That's probably where the test occurred. Um, you can see that's exactly what we bounced off of. So, and very, very wiki. Yes, you could have shorted it from there. It's quite a lot of risk, and when it touched, it really kind of just spiked up at the European Open. European Open was right here, right there. So, could you have gotten short from the Open? Yeah. Did it give us a really great kind of entry level, kind of risk level? Not really. I mean, again, you can see that it has rolled back again, but this zone in itself is about 36, 37 pips. Kind of a lot, right? I mean, that would require, let's see, how'd you use that zone? I mean, that requires a movement of all the way back down to here. So you're technically out on there. I mean, nice profit, right? 109 pips to the downside. So the reality is it's out now. You can't trade it. But again, that was an old level that we had marked off. Right now, this one ended up chipping through back. We don't need that. Let's see, where could we stop on the way down? In reality, look at this. And again, I'm going to draw it on top of it, but there is kind of the new zone, the more in touch zone. It is an old zone that we've broken before and didn't really get a Harry Potter out of it. But look at the drop right here. Um, 1 to 3 is only right there. Again, we would typically be looking to take our profit right about that level right there. 18, I was close. I'm getting better at that. Right there. So not necessarily a bad one. Again, potential Harry Potter setup in the pound yen. It's a break of 166.88. We'll go ahead and throw an alert on that. Confirmation short. There we go. All right. And I think that one's pretty decent with an overall profit target coming down to 161. And that thing is still rolling. Hold on, I'm looking at my other position real quick. Sorry, little distracted. What was I calling for? Was it 31? No, no, no. It couldn't have been that far, was it? I talked to that one. I only need to move 30 pips. Let's see. I think it's out already. Yes, it is out. Wah, wah, wah. Hold on. I got to close the position now real quick. Hold on. Yeah, it's out. Okay. That little 2-hour binary on the Aussie dollar. That's what I was looking at. The cheapy one is out. This is the knockout. There was a short duration binary contract that I was in. Sorry. All right. Pound dollar. Pound dollar going down, absolutely justified. Again, that data is all about, kind of, continued strength. I would say next level we have is here. Probably a slowdown a little bit right here. Although, again, with everything going on, it makes complete sense. I think either of these two levels could be parabolic moves. At this point, the 78 has been touched. We had one here, but didn't even slow down, so we're going to remove it. Let's see, top to bottom. Yeah, 23. Because this has been straight down, I would say really I'd be looking for bounces off either of these two levels. Again, look for a confirmation bounce. Any type of basing in there sideways. It is obviously very, very strong dollar-based news today. It kind of worked out the way that we thought. And again, but it is a parabolic move. I mean, it is 83 pips in an hour and a half. Definitely pushing it. Look for a reversal. Again, look for a parabolic move. Pound being closed, obviously is not or tomorrow. Tomorrow is it closed? Pound being closed tomorrow. We just have basically U.S. based data. So, yeah, go U.S. based data. So if we can get a base, look for a bounce. I think either of these two levels are fine. I'll put both of those on there as potential reversal levels. It's 124.95 and 124.65. Dollar CAD. So we were getting the spike, right? I'm assuming that came in. Where is it? Today? Yeah, it came in exactly as expected. So, funny enough, look at that. We talked about that one potentially popping up again. It didn't do the huge pop. It moved down and it's going in the right direction. People are like, wait a second, why is this going down? Well, guess what? It was good CAD data, but it was already factored in and expected, and it was good US based data. So, it's a candle of about 42 pips, right? Could you have traded that one? Sure. But for the most part, I think, wait for this one to kind of pull up to a decent level. If it turns right there, I'd be surprised. It is good data, but again, it just even more reason why the U.S. is going to be, caught up rather soon. So again, the better setup would have been in the Aussie because we saw that one moving ahead of time. Dollar CAD, I said, be very, very cautious with it. As it, again, full justification to be cautious with this one. Is it doing over there? Yeah, it's still dropping. That was a good trade setup. Dollar Swiss. So dollar Swiss going higher as it absolutely should. I think this one again completely justified. Again, it is a very strong dollar news today. We have a level up top. We're looking for 96.62, right there. It is a 23.6 pullback from the old bottom, so we didn't know that there was something sitting there. And there are some confirmations in there. The 96.62 is a little bit more of an aggressive stance on it. The last time it touched it, and again, it had a basing that we could shrink a little bit. The last time it hit it, though, had a very, very strong move off of it. It's got about another 30 pips to go. If this one does rally another 30 pips, yeah, it is. It is strong, but there will be profit taking coming in, and that's where we see the reversal. So, uh, you know, it's still set up, but it's no different than what we had talked about, last week. Dollar yen. Dollar yen obviously grinding as it should. It pulled back right before the news. It should go higher. It makes complete sense. Um, yeah, some of the indices are starting to roll a little bit. Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, dollar interest rate. Yeah, it's coming back down. We can remove this now. Let's pull this off. This was the old short, and it kind of Harry Pottered through. Pull that one. This one went off. This one went up like we talked about. We're gonna pull this. These popped plenty of times. So it looks like 130 is our next level. And again, I'll extend that across. That's what it's bouncing off of right now. It is the sellers right here. Okay. Now, if you really want to be aggressive, sure. I mean, this is a potential area, but overall, I would say I'd wait for the 130 before I look for any reversal. This is yen week, strong dollar base move today. So I mean, this makes sense with where this one is going. Okay. I think there's a reversal in it, but I think the waters are very, very murky on this one. I think playing this in the euro dollar, pound dollar are probably a bit better. I think Aussie dollar is probably the best one because obviously you have the gold factor involved with it. So, just my take on it. Again, like I said, I think anything right now with interest rates is very difficult to trade the dollar yen because it is affecting the indices so much, but it's also affecting the dollar so much when they're doing it. Okay. Um, let's go across and look at the commodities. Oil turned off 120 like we had been talking about. It looks like it made it to. I can't see it now, but it looks like it came right up to that 120 mark. Turned and rolled back down. I wouldn't be surprised if that's right at a 52. Whoops. Yeah, it is. It's right around that reversal. I'm wondering, is James in this one? Is James in that short? I'd say there's a high probability that James is in that one. Yeah, oil right now, again, it's up 1.56. I think it probably retracts just a little bit. Again, OPEC basically saying like, hey, listen, we're not going to include a supply is actually more of a bearish signal for oil. Remember, if they were going to include it, then yes, there is less supply that everybody wants on the market. But with them not doing it, it makes complete sense how it's short here. Again, if you wanted to get in this position, it probably pushes your stop loss to the brink. Again, if you're using the 61.8, you got stopped out. If you were using the supply zone, you are not stopped out. Um, I'm more curious to see what it does once it breaks down below this 114.75 level. You could draw something down here and say, hey, listen, this is the profit target. It's already confirmed down here, and I would say that this is, absolutely 100% justified as kind of a, whoops, trying to make it not orange anymore. There we go. It would be the profit target to the downside. Again, the 114 level. Can't do anything with it right now. It's already in. Natural gas, nice little spike this morning. This one's probably due for a reversal. Let me see from the most recent high to low. Yeah, look at that. Look at all the feelers in that area right here. Again, not everybody's trading natural gas right now. I don't actually like a lot of natural gas trades south. It's just my opinion that um, just a little bit more dangerous. I think this has the ability to go higher and probably will. Um, yeah, probably will. So if you like the short, there is a short here on purely technical based levels. If it was anything else out there, I'd be into it. Just because, again, you have the 50, you have the 61.8 backstop. If it does break the 61.8, probably comes all the way back up to the 885 level. There's a bit of a gap. It's already been filled, but I would say that is probably the next area. So if you're looking for something small, again, a short natural gas is probably there. Gold popping up. We kind of drew this one getting in before news. News came out right here at the 9:30 time frame. Actually, the 10 o'clock time frame is right here, right? And we drew this one, a parabolic move up right in time for the news. It's kind of like they knew what the news was going to be, and magically it's starting to push back down again. Again, if you are short gold, yeah, this is what you should be doing. God, I'm watching. I have the Aussie up on my other chart. I'm still watching it go lower. It's actually now the $14 risk one for that 7 p.m. trade is actually right where you want to take it off at. So is looking good. Is looking good. So gotta love $14 risks, and it's at the money already. And it had hours to go, 9 hours to go. So Good morning for that. Yeah, I think gold continues to drop lower at this point as it broke through. So again, if you're short gold, great. If not, again, I think it's a decent one to short. Silver, kind of the same setup. It did make it to the 22 mark, and there was a lot up here. This is actually where you can see that the base level was here, and then here were your touches and confirmations. That's what it came up to. It was a third hit, but again, right at the news opening, it's kind of there. I mean, there's not much else to say about it. We talked about it earlier today with Nadex as being potential setups for that. I know the real. Yeah, gotta love it. I mean, Ernest, $14 worth of risk, $15 worth of risk. I mean, you know, hard to say that those are bad trades, right? Right. Um, so yeah, I think all three of them, all three of the ones that I mentioned are, we're good. Um, yeah, that original one. Here's that original one, the knockout. There's the knockout. So, yep, there's the knockout, and more time to go. So, I am the Drew. Thank you, Brian. There you go, Debbie. Debbie, which one did you get into? Did you get into the knockout or one of the two binaries I mentioned? Which one was it? Which one did you do? The 7 p.m. one was pretty sweet. The 2 hour one was not bad either. The 2 hour one was kind of like it needed no movement, but the 9 hour one was kind of like hard to skip that one. It's like it needs to move like 30 pips in 9 hours. Really? The knockout? Yeah, yeah, yeah. The knockout's still moving. So protect it, protect it, protect it. What do we got here? Silver was done. Looks like cryptos are taking it, and again, as they should be. Just again, we're not currently doing knockouts, and we're currently not doing these products yet. I know these products are going to be added to Nadex. Obviously, because they are owned by Crypto.com, they're trying to find the correct number of brokers that they need. Market maker for these, and I'm assuming they're. I mean, obviously Bitcoin is in. I'm assuming they're going to do Ethereum as well, just for extra offerings, because obviously that's number one and number two. And I'm assuming there's going to be one small one. I don't know if it'd be Litecoin or what. That was always like the silver to Bitcoin. I don't know what their other offerings are going to be, but I do know that they're going to have they are going to be adding those. Dan's been working on them to get them priced correctly and things like that. So again, seeing them in the red today, not surprised, particularly with that news. Strong dollar is weak crypto. If you don't understand it, you could hold dollars and get paid for it. You're not getting paid anything for these unless it moves. So it's kind of at a competitive disadvantage. Dogecoin, again, looks the same, although technically it's still in the green. But again, this is the one that can actually go to zero. Bonds, obviously moving down, right? Rates going up, bond values go down. Yeah. So again, is this going to be the continuation? It's probably pretty close because we're going to get some comments later today. Let's go and look at the indices and see what we got here. Yeah, so VIX dropping down, which do you expect? Again, are we surprised that the dollar spiked on that news? No, not at all. Not one bit. Where does it stop? Why is my phone going off? Hold on, guys. I'm checking to make sure Melissa's not messaging me. Sorry, I'm like triple dutying it again this morning. Melissa's still with my mom, and I have the girl. Of course, the girl's supposed to be at school right now, and that did not happen. So I will be taking the girl to school after this. And she's like, "But Daddy, I'm a little sick. I'm gonna stay home." I'm like, "You got 2 days of school left." So here's where we're at with the dollar. Let's see. Not concerned about that. Let's pull this one off now. So, do we have dollar profit taking right here? I'd say probably no. It's a fundamental change. I think it's going to be good. I think the dollar probably has the room to run all the way up to this level. Probably up to the 102.66 range. We're at 102. It needs to go about 20 cents more. So, not horrible. Got some more room to run before the profit taking comes in. And really, again, this is kind of one of those fundamental changes. Does there need to be profit taking? Probably not. I mean, there will be some, but does there need to be? No. I mean, this is a major change in the markets. Let's see what the ES did. Oh, look at that. Did I happen to draw the trap this morning? I think I did. There is the trap this morning. Look at that. 9:30 broke the Globex high. Everybody bought because it broke it and womp womp womp. So again, little chop at the open, but again, we were trying to play the trap. Unfortunately, it opened in there, which again for Nadex would have been a short. You would not have gotten stopped out because, like I said, we don't trade knockouts at the open. 15-minute trade strategy. We talked about a Globex trap and wah wah wah. I love when people do this, right? If it breaks out the top, go long, baby. Go long. It ended up grabbing a level up here, and which is fine. We were just looking to get short. And again, if it broke through, there was a level there. So I guess in reality, you could have taken that one from that level. All I was saying was if it goes through, look to get short. And again, using that zone would have made sense. Obviously, the 1 to 3 is way out at this point. It's already down here at 1 to 8 based off of that level, as it should be. So again, easy trap strategy at the open. Where does this one stop? Oof. 4,055 is where I would say that this one stops. Um, does it go down just straight there? No, it will probably bounce around a little bit. I'm curious to see though. There is a level right here where we did have a kind of a turn, then a bit of a racetrack. I'm curious to see if, again, depending on if we can make it through the 10:30 time frame, do we see kind of a little Harry Potter action going right there? But I think 4054 is on the radar for today. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say that it can't be. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason why. The news today justifies that. So I was watching something else. All right, NQ. NQ ended up blowing right through that top. So let's see, 9:15, 9:30, and again, it paused right at 10 o'clock. It grabbed the level. It grabbed levels up top. I mean, it continued to spike. This one wasn't clean. That was the next one there that we had a confirmation from. So yeah, I mean, this is a new strategy right here. This is a new. I mean, kind of telegraphed it, right? 1 to 3. This one didn't even care about the trap. I mean, and yes, it did do the trap, but this was a news breakout right there, and boom, you were out. So, yep, 9:15, 9. Actually, 9:30 is actually when it touched it. Look at that. 9:30 is actually when it touched it there. So, yeah, look at that. Drove it right into the news, and what? I'm telling you, somebody had the data. All I'm saying, somebody had the data, right? Give me that meme of the guy with the table, right? You know the one I'm talking about, where the guy's sitting there drinking tea or whatever, and he's like, "Change my mind. Change my mind that somebody didn't have this data today, guys." Literally drove up, grabbed a small zone at 10 o'clock, and then boom, data as strong as it was. Somebody had the data. Look at the trap on this one. 9:30. 9:30 is the red one. Again, what did it do? It wicked right above this level. And again, my level is not right. I promise. I have not been drinking. There you go. Now it's completely straight. Broke through, and again, multiple levels over here in time for news. The 10 o'clock candle. Actually, the 9:30 is what set this one off as well. This was a trap. And again, not much to say on this one, right? Said if it went above, short, and guess what? Magically, the news came in here and made it even worse. So, all those people that are saying Globex highs and lows, so sorry, you're out today. That short is done. We don't need that one. Where's this one going? I'd say, hate to say it, but 32,500, 32. Let's see, hold on, 32,600. So sorry. Yeah, 32 six. Again, already late, but easy trap, right? Easy trap. Um, Same thing. Look, open. Yep, open right there. Now this one ended up not going in again. I guess it. I guess there could be debate and say, hey, listen, here's the last top. Here's your top. There's a confirmation, Brian. Don't you know anything? And that's what it went off of. But kind of the same idea. Look to short that one, and it did. It came up. It ended up punching just a bit higher to again the previous confirmed level. You could have taken it here, and had you done this with Nadex, actually the 9:30 candle is the one that spiked up and grabbed it. It really wouldn't have made any difference in the world. Like even if at the open, right, right, small cap 2000. So even if you did the 9. to 11. Let's see. That price would have been around 1872. Um, there was an 18. Really, that one just got destroyed. Yeah. So there happened to be an 18. Hold on. Let's bring this back to 9, 11. What do we got here? 1871. So even a 2-hour call spread, 1871 to 1864. There is your Nadex call spread that just got totally obliterated to the downside. So it really wouldn't have made any difference in the world. And as much movement as this one is, um, again, indices go down to small cap. Let's go to the 9 to 11, and the spread differential is what? 5? 5.6? Is it 5.6? Yeah. Yeah, 5.6. From the open, this one moved 28. So it moved 5 strike prices at the downside, well within reach of an opening print. Again, what didn't matter if you use call spreads got blown out. If you use binaries, definitely got blown out. And I can't ever say that I've actually looked at knockouts for Russell. Let me look at it real quick because we're a little bit early. Um, yep. Wow. Let's see. So here is the knockout for those of you that are listening. 83 down to 33. There is your knockout. So doesn't matter which one you traded. Again, right at news time, run up in price. Somebody had that data. Even if you got into here, you still didn't get stopped out because that's exactly where that's exactly where the knockout is, and you're about to blow the knockout to the downside. So that is a $500 binary? Yeah, it's a $500 knockout, right? Top to bottom. Getting at the top, you probably paid $50 for it, even if you got it at the top. But yeah, it's a $500 knockout. So doesn't matter which one you looked at. But again, we are at the 10:30 time frame. Now is when we tend to see a little bit of reversals and profit taking come in. So make sure that you protect what you got. Yeah, pretty easy day. God, this needs to go lower. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Let me see something. Commodities. Um, mm, mm, mm. So much premium baked in this one. There is a knockout. I hate to say it. There is a knockout right here. And again, you need to be cautious with it. There to 834. What is it? 834.1. There is a knockout right there, right? It's got about $55 worth of risk. It's a $250 knockout, so it's not as big, right? There is one if you really wanted to play this one, although it's got $55 worth of risk right now, so it's a little bit much. But again, that's the amount of premium jacked into this one. Um, I don't like the daily call spread would do nothing for me on this one, unfortunately. Mm. God, there's so much premium jacked into that one. There's 4 hours left on a call spread, right? It's literally the ceiling is 855, so it's a penny and a half, right? A penny and a half from where the current price is, and it's $101 worth of risk. So no, not interested. Um, Whoops. Checking one more thing. Stay ahead of the curve. I don't need it. Um, Oil is tomorrow, correct? 11, right? Yeah. Yeah. Oil's tomorrow, so we don't need to cover that. So, but yeah, God, that's insane. $101 worth of risk for something that's barely there. So, but yeah, anyway, those are your trade setups for today. Like I said, there's some pretty decent ones, decent news ones. Again, the knockout and the two different call spread or the two different binaries, all of them quite large movers. Um, you know, gotta like that movement, right? Gotta like that movement. But pretty easy to grab. So, all right. Let me grab. Whoops. Hold on. I'm trying to find the window. Here we go. Where the heck is it? There it is. Let's bring this across. All right. So Neuro did get his 250 last time, so we are resetting back again. Neuro is using house money though, and we'll see when his odds finally get broken. I think this is the longest streak we ever had, but it's also the biggest spending we've ever had. It's just proof when you have more money, it's easier to do things, right? Neuro is part of the. I guess Neuro is part of the top, the evil. What 2%, 1%? Isn't it like? Is it the top 1%? Like the what's the statistic? Do you guys know what it is? Is it like the top 5% or the top 5 richest people own 90%, or the top 2% or top 1% own 90% of the world or something like that? So, something like that. Anyway, let's close it down. Let's do the drawing today. Who are we missing? Marina, Debbie, Ernest, Sean, Neuro, Nikki. I feel like we're missing somebody else today. Oh, Will. Will's not here. Top 1%. Will's probably partying up from the weekend still. Partying up. You know how those North Carolina boys do it. All right, winner of today's drawing is Debbie. Look at that. Go Debbie, man. It's your Debbie. Go buy a lottery ticket, man. You got the knockout down. You won the pip chip. You have put a halt to Neuro's winning streak. Go get a lottery ticket, Debbie, please. Go get a lottery ticket. And again, it puts her up just a little bit, gives her a little bit of breathing room, right? So Neuro lost 30 pip chips today. Debbie gained a little bit. She's gaining a little bit of ground, right? But go buy a lottery ticket, Debbie. If you win, again, 5% payment royalties back again. I'm good for that, right? Because I was one that told you to get the lottery ticket because I think you're in. Just kidding. Neuro. I will say this. I love when the girls win because they definitely party. Like it's awesome. So, all right, with that said, I got to finish making Jen's lunch. I got to get her to school. I got to go get Kipster. Yeah. Whew, hopefully, mom feels better today. Like I said, she was feeling a little bit better. They again yesterday they were calling in some extra meds for her. The doctor left at 5 o'clock, and mom didn't have them, but they do have them now. So hopefully, today is the day that she feels better. It has been 5 days now since she had chemo, so we're hoping that today's the magic day that she'll really, really start feeling better again. So hopefully, but yeah, anybody that's been through it, definitely not. This is the second time. Obviously you guys know, I've said it before, dad passed away, 2008 from lung cancer, but he had no symptoms. So poor mom has got all the symptoms from it, but we'll continue to roll with it. With that said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Everybody have a great day today. Good trading. And I'm glad, again, some of you were able to take advantage of that Aussie call for this morning. So you guys take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.